Russo Italiano sponsors Boxing Bros UK.
Hello everybody, we're Boxing Bros UK. I'm Ahish Chris. This is my co-host Andrew the Boxing Brain.
Hello, hello.
And today's topic is Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder Bomb Squad. So I'm just going to play you a video of his next opponent, one of his most famous fights.
He likes to bring an end to opponents in quick fashion, and Curtis Harper has walked out of the ring.
Wait, what?
I cannot believe
I have
this.
never seen this before.
He walked out of the ring.
He's not fighting this guy.
He walked out of the ring.
I've never seen this before in my life.
Wow. Curtis Harper has
And the
walked
fans here in
out of the
Minnesota
ring.
are really upset right now because...
Well, if looks could have painted a picture, it was a portrait of destruction anyway, so he probably saw that same portrait.
Curtis Harper is on his way to the dressing room and is walking out of the ring. So I would say that is more.
So, that's Deontay Wilder's fighting next. That fucking knob that walked out the ring. This guy right here, he's got a record of 18 wins, 11 losses. He's been beat by a lot of Americans. Gerald Washington beat him. Who else has beat him? Gerald Washington's beat him. I can't think of any other. He has fought a few names. Who else has he fought?
Yeah, did he fight Jared Anderson?
I don't think so. No, he's fought Zhang. Zhang's beat him.
Yeah, Zhang. Yeah, he fought Big Jelly, Big Bang Zhang. Oh, what a joke, Chris over there. Look at that record. 18 and 11. Look at that. Look.
Yeah.
Stellar record.
That is terrible. Like,
do you know what? The Bronze Bomber, Chris. The Bronze Bomber's quickly becoming the Bronze Bummer, isn't he? What's going on?
No, fuck it out. So this is Deontay Wilder's next opponent. He's fighting him on PBC Black. You know, because Al Heyman. He's not playing ball. Everyone else is made a deal with Turkey El Sheikh, Golden Boy, Top Rank, Matchroom, Queensbury, even Boxer. Everyone's making deals in Turkey, yeah, because he is the fucking man. And then you've got Al Heyman who decided to go out on his own and go on and do Amazon. And this is the quality of fights that you're giving us. This is so you're doing your own show, and then you're fucking getting Wilder to fight. When Wilder was fighting for Turkey El Sheikh, he was getting beat because he was in real fights. So now you want to put him back to fighting bums that on fights that no one wants to. People aren't going to fall for that shit no more. They're not just going to watch it just out of loyalty when the quality of fight is this shit.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm trying. I mean, I can't. It's very difficult. I'm going to try to play devil's advocate. I don't actually. I can't even buy this myself. But just for the sake of trying to make a comeback, you know, against what you've said, that someone might try and make. So, well, but I suppose it's a confidence builder, and they need to get him back emotionally and mentally to where he was. And okay, right, fair enough. But don't put that on a leisure centre or a small hall show. Don't try and make out it, you know, put it on Amazon and try and make it. I don't know. I don't know what the promo is going to be around this. I don't know how they're going to promote it. But it is nothing more than a glorified knockover job to make Wilder look good, so he can find that right hand. But the thing is, Chris, right, that's my only that's the best I could do to play devil's advocate. That's all I could do. But they could have found a better fight than this for his comeback. All right, don't put him in there against the top 10er or even a top 15. But why not Joe Joyce, for an example?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Like they could have. The Derek Chisora could have made. I know you quite liked that fight, Wilder Chisora. You know, Otto Volin, Dempsey McKean, you know, any of those fights are better than what he's kind of washed up here. I mean, it's a bit of a shocker, isn't it, Chris, really?
is Wilder that shit now that they don't even think that he can beat. They don't think. I'll be honest with you. If he fought Chisora right now, I'm picking Chisora. I swear down. I'm picking Chisora to do him. I really am.
The thing is, with a Chisora fight right now, with Chisora still got that little bit left, and where I think Wilder and my answer to you there would be, I do wonder whether Wilder is that shot to bits mentally. Can't seem. He's like a soldier with PTSD going into war and can't pull the trigger, just sitting in the trenches and can't fire the gun. He's there in spirit, but he can't pull the trigger. It's as simple as that. And I think Chisora, if he can slip a couple of those right hands and bowl a right hand of his own over the top, I think he would spark Wilder out. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying that. 5 years ago, he was the most dangerous heavyweight on the planet. What's happened? It's got old overnight.
It's terrible. Do you know what Wilder's problem is? He's still making excuses now. Yeah, I feel that I didn't screenshot the articles, but he's gone on record for saying that he broke his arm and he didn't know it was broken. That's why he lost the Parker fight. Then it's the jet lag or the travelling too much, not being able to train enough. He just can't. If you can't admit to yourself, I got beat by the better man, then you're fucked. If he can't admit, right, this is what I did wrong. I didn't train enough. I need to train better. And there's no way in hell, if your arm's broken, you fucking know it's broken. You can't say I've got a high pain threshold, which is what he's saying. So I didn't realise it was broken and I was training with it. I just thought it was a little niggle. And then when I had x-rays and stuff and had a medical, I realised it was broken. It's just like, come on. You think anyone's going to believe that shit, that you've been training and fighting with a broken arm? What about the bones will start fucking sticking out? I know he didn't throw hardly any punches, but we seen him training. We seen him hitting pads. We seen him. He didn't have a broken arm. He's just lying to himself.
Yeah, it's a really interesting one to analyse, because you kind of think you look at, just to briefly go over his career, and we'll get onto this in a minute because you made a really good point. I think that's been confirmed by Turkey since you mentioned this to me last week. But with Fury kind of out the picture now, because Wilder's still a name, still a huge brand, you know, and he was a good fighter, and he has lost does seem to have lost a large step, and they're trying to clearly build the Joshua Wilder potential matchup and try and get Wilder and AJ back there, sort of thing. You look at his career though, right? How he kind of won the WBC belt, and some of the, you know, he struggled against the likes of, I think he got rocked by, but I vaguely remember him getting wobbled by Eric Molina back in the day. You know, he had to second fight with Bamain Stavern. Sorry, Bamain Stavern. You know, he went life and death with Spilker a little bit. He was outboxing him. You know, Harper was outboxing him for a bit back in the day, and then Ortiz, who was even then he was about 55. You know, he got wobbled in their first fight, but as I always say with Wilder, Chris, subpar boxer with a world-class right hand. The problem is that world-class right hand has gone. He's not throwing it with any venom anymore. But when he does throw it, it's not got the mustard on it anymore, Chris, has it? Have you noticed that? He don't throw it with any venom whatsoever.
We're back.
Oh, you're back. Not sure where I got to there, Chris. And then he went life and death with Spilker. He was being outboxed by Duhaupas. You know, did look great against Gerald Washington. You know, Luis Ortiz, who back then was 55, and he went life and death with him in the first fight, got rocked, you know, showed a good chin. He's always had a decent chin, Wilder, and good heart. And I always say, Chris, and I've said this to you before, Wilder was and is a subpar boxer with a world-class right hand. The problem is that world-class right hand has gone now. Have you noticed as well in those fights when he throws that right hand, it's not got the mustard on it used to have. I don't think he throws it with the vet, because I think part of his power come from the ferocity that he used to throw it with. He used to throw it with real menace. He don't throw it like that anymore. I think it's just gone, Chris.
He threw that right hand with he threw it like Tommy Hearns, like with reckless abandonment. Like he threw it and he didn't give a shit, and it was so quick. And you know what? At speed times strength equals power. He threw it with so much speed and so fucking hard, and he put everything into it, and he was destroying people. And that's why, like, even though he was a shit boxer, like I used to like Wilder back in the day, he had that cockiness. He always had that, don't worry, I'm going to get him. Luis Ortiz, he's boxing me head off. He's going to fall. He always had it in his head, I will get them. And then when he fucking put Fury down twice and Fury got up and kept coming, that was it. That was done for him. When Fury said, when he met someone who could take that right hand, get up, come back and give it to you, that was Wilder finished. So his right hand was, he relied on it too much. He didn't develop his other skills. And he was getting all like, I only need to be good for 2 seconds. You need to be good for 36 minutes. I only need to be good for 2 seconds. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't need to train. Don't need to do this.
It reminds me a bit of, this is a weird analogy, but it wasn't a very good film. But do you remember Batman versus Superman about 10 years ago? You know, Superman's got that mad power and all that. And then Batman's like, yeah, but you do have one weakness, and that's kryptonite, and I'm going to find a way. It's almost like now, yeah, you're right. Like it's almost like he realised that, oh fucking hell, I'm not superhuman after all, and someone got up from one of my right hands, and then it got even worse after the Parker fight, and then it got even worse after the Zhang fight, and now it's just 39, bit older, realises he is in fact human, but to try and preserve his ego and that image, he keeps coming up with excuses rather than actually own it and try and adapt and come. He's still trying to sort of cling on for dear life and make us all believe that he's still got the dynamite. He hasn't got it.
Like in the Parker fight, Parker was stepping to the side, closing him down so he couldn't get the leverage on the right hand. And then when he finally threw it, like before, he didn't throw it. Like he threw it half-heartedly. He didn't put everything into it. Like I need to land this to knock this guy out. It was kind of let me try and land it. It was like, and he ain't that kind of guy. Like I'm testing the range. I'm getting my distance. It's like when you have an opportunity to land it, throw everything into it, knock him out. That's it. And he hasn't got that about him anymore, where he can throw everything into his right hand and and try and knock them out. He just hasn't got it there. No matter how much he wants to pretend, he can't do it. Once he's in there, he's lining it up. He's pulling his punch just that little bit. He's not fully committed.
It's a bit like, I'm using weird analogies here tonight, but I've been watching a lot of darts recently, getting into it. Have you heard of something called dartitis, Chris? And it's where, and it can happen to anyone, and they do, Eric Bristow famously had it, and they're just flowing 180, 140, and then it's psychological. They start to sort of second guess themselves, and they can't throw the dart. They go to throw it, and they hesitate, and they can't release. And it's psychologists, a psychological phenomena. They get sports psychologists involved. Happen to a lot of dart, and they have to adjust the way they throw. And I think Deontay Wilder might have a kind of punchitis or something. I'm just coming up with random shit, like because he sort of he can't. The range of motion, the mustard, it's just not. He can't throw it. Just can't throw it anymore. Like against Parker, the amount of times I was like, he's going to throw a right hand at him. He's going, and then it weren't happening the whole fight.
What I will do, because we'll wrap it up, because we can talk about how terrible Wilder is all day.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why he's fighting this guy is because he's guaranteed to win this fight, and it's not going to fuck up the AJ big payday that everyone wants. Because I know they're saying AJ might be fighting Bacoli, or he might be fighting Wilder. Let's have it right. AJ is not fighting Bacoli in Nigeria. I guarantee that fight is not happening. So
I can't see it.
They just do it. They just do it, yeah. They throw out some names, get everyone talking, get everyone excited, and the shittest guy out of the 3 names is who they're going to fight, and that is Wilder. And if Wilder loses, if Wilder fights anyone half decent, he could lose. So they put it in with this shit guy so that the AJ fight is guaranteed locked in. That's what I believe, anyway.
I didn't think we'd see Wilder again, but I can understand the long what they're trying to do. The AJ Wilder fight should have happened a long time ago, and we won't go into details as to why that didn't happen. But I think this is a last chance at the saloon. You know, this is one last hurrah. And if Curtis Harper somehow, well, first of all, if Curtis Harper stays in the ring for a start now, and if he's able to miraculously pull something off and beat Wilder, well, I think we can categorically say Wilder's finished if he loses to Harper.
If Wilder doesn't knock him out in spectacular bomb squad style, then the fight ain't going to happen. If he goes life and death and it's 12 rounds with Harper and he just about wins on points, or it could go either way, no one's going to want to see him fight AJ. We ain't going to want to see it.
If he wins on points, that's almost as bad as a loss, Chris, isn't it? In a strange way, because it's Wilder's a knockout artist. It's what he is, you know. And he's people on point.
Yeah. This guy's dog shit. This guy's not like Chisora. I know Chisora's lost like 10 fights or whatever, but you know Chisora is coming to win. He's coming to fight every fucking time. And he's had a few unlucky decisions. And he's beat some good names, Chisora. He's beat Pulev, he's beat Joe Joyce, he's beat he beat Duhaupas or Spilker quicker than Wilder did. He's beat Takam. Yeah. He's beat good names. And he always comes to fight. This Harper guy is fucking dog shit. He is dog shit. If you see him fight, he's got kicks like an orangutan, like a pregnant orangutan. They're horrible. He is useless.
I wish they would have made the Chisora fight, right? Could you imagine that at the O2 or something like that over here? Wilder Chisora, you know, Wilder's kind of comeback trail, you know. His confidence must be so shot to bits, or his team just are lacking confidence as well, that they couldn't even try to make that fight. I mean, that would have been great, wouldn't it, if he managed to knock out Chisora, then go into an AJ fight, and you're kind of thinking, oh, this could be interesting all of a sudden.
But no, they probably were going to make the fight, and they seen Chisora knock out Joe Joyce and thought, hell no, we don't want that smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, true. Yeah. But yeah, we shall see. Terrible fight to come back with. But listen, if he dismantles him in the first round or second round, then maybe he'll fight another 1 or 2 fights after that, and then maybe the AJ fight gets money.
I hope AJ fucking knocks him out and retires out of a bang like he wants to. That's it from us.
Yeah.
Boxing Bros UK. Like and subscribe.